Imagine finding a simple old penny in your change jar, then discovering it's worth $1.9 million. Sounds like something out of a dream, right? But for one lucky collector, that dream became a reality. With a 1936 no-mint mark wheat penny today, we're diving deep into the story behind this incredible coin, its history, what makes it so valuable, and whether there might still be more hiding in plain sight. The wheat penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person and was designed by Victor David Brenner. From 1909 to 1958, the Lincoln cent featured 2 wheat stalks on the reverse, earning it the name wheat penny. The Philadelphia Mint struck over 309 million 1936 pennies, which makes it seem common. So how is it that one coin sold for nearly $2 million? While most 1936 pennies are worth just a few cents to a couple of dollars in good condition, there are ultra-rare varieties that collectors dream about. Point one of them? The 1936 double die obverse. This error occurs during the minting process when the coin die strikes the blank planchet twice, but slightly off alignment. That creates doubling in visible areas, especially in the word liberty and the motto, "In God We Trust." Only a small number of these error coins exist, and most of them are poorly preserved. But when one shows up in pristine condition, it can command staggering prices. In 2023, a 1936 no-mint mark wheat penny graded as a proof-like double die in near-perfect condition was reportedly auctioned for $1.9 million. This was no ordinary coin. It had extraordinary doubling, mirror-like fields, and incredible eye appeal. Collectors and investors alike recognized this penny as a once-in-a-generation find. Its rarity, historical context, and immaculate condition made it a true numismatic unicorn. Let's be clear, not every 1936 penny is worth millions. But one with the double die obverse and MS65 or higher grade, that's a different story. Got a bunch of wheat pennies lying around? You might want to check them closely. Here's how to identify a possible 1936 double die. Look at the date. 1936. Under a magnifying glass, you should see clear doubling in the numbers. Inspect the motto, "In God We Trust." Doubling here is often the most visible. Check LIBRTY letters may appear thick or shadowed. Condition matters. Even a double die needs to be in excellent condition to command high prices. If you think you have one, send it to a trusted third-party grading service like PCGS or NGC. The $1.9 million wheat penny is more than just a coin. It's a symbol of why coin collecting remains so exciting. A simple copper coin from 1936, once worth just 1 cent, now stands as one of the most valuable pennies ever sold. Today, high-grade examples of the 1936 double die regularly fetch $1,000 to $10,000, depending on condition. But the best of the best? Those can still reach into 6 or even 7 figures, especially if they're tied to a historical collection or private sale. So, could the next $1 million penny be sitting in your pocket change? Or hidden in a box of old coins? If you found this video fascinating, hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin stories, and drop a comment if you've ever found a wheat penny yourself. We're diving deep into the legendary 1939 no-mint mark wheat penny, its history, its hidden secrets, and why this tiny copper coin is turning heads in the collector world. The year was 1939. America was climbing out of the Great Depression, tensions were rising in Europe, and the world was on the brink of World War II. Meanwhile, the U.S. Mint continued business as usual, producing Lincoln wheat cents, a design that had been around since 1909, created to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. These wheat pennies featured Lincoln's profile on the obverse, and 2 wheat stalks on the reverse, a symbol of prosperity and growth. They were made from 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. In 1939, over 316 million wheat pennies were minted, most at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why they have no mint mark. Others were struck at Denver, D., and San Francisco, S. But here's the kicker, not all pennies are created equal. Out of the millions minted in Philly, One coin stands out. A 1939 no-mint mark wheat penny that recently sold, or was appraised, for an eye-popping $1.4 million. So what made this particular penny so valuable? It wasn't just its age or rarity, it was a perfect storm of pristine condition, a flawless mint state 68 plus grateful red designation, indicating no discoloration in over 80 years, and possibly a unique error or die variety that makes it one of a kind. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale. Most pennies from 1939 are beat up, circulated, or discolored. But this one? It's like it came off the press yesterday, possibly preserved in a sealed roll or never released to circulation. Collectors go crazy for this combination: historical context, beauty, rarity, and perfection. Back in the 1970s, you could buy a high-grade 1939 wheat penny for a few $100. In the 90s? A few thousand. But as more collectors entered the hobby and competition increased, prices skyrocketed. In 2023, a 1939 no-mint mark Lincoln Cent in MS 68 plus RD reportedly sold for over $1.4 million, a record for this date and mint. For reference, a regular 1939 wheat penny in circulated condition is worth around 5 to 25 cents. A high-grade version, maybe $100 to $500. But this one, it's in a league of its own. If you're wondering whether you've got $1 million coin lying around, here's what to check. No mint mark below the date confirms Philadelphia mint. Sharp details. Look at Lincoln's hair, the wheat stalks, and lettering full red color. No brown or dulling, no scratches, or wear professional grading. Send to PCGS or NGC for authentication, and even then, it's like winning the lottery. But still, somebody found one. Stories like this remind us, treasure doesn't always come in gold bars or diamond rings. Sometimes, it's a forgotten penny in Grandpa's drawer, or a jar of change hiding a slice of American history. So check your coins. Learn the history. You never know what fortune might be hiding in plain sight. If you enjoyed this deep dive into numismatic gold, smash that like button, subscribe for more rare coin stories, and drop a comment. What's the oldest or coolest coin in your collection? Who knows, maybe you're sitting on $1 million penny too. 1950 no-mint mark wheat penny, a humble copper coin that could be worth up to $1.7 million. Face with open mouth. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny, worth more than a Lamborghini, a house, or even your retirement fund. So what makes this coin so special? Is it rare? Is it an error? Is it a myth? Let's break down the history, the facts, and the truth behind this extraordinary coin. The wheat penny, also known as the Lincoln Cent, was first minted in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it featured Lincoln's bust on the front and 2 wheat ears on the back, hence the name wheat penny. From 1909 until 1958, these coins circulated widely across America, and were mostly made from 95% copper, with the rest being tin and zinc. The 1950 Lincoln wheat penny was minted primarily in Philadelphia, which traditionally didn't include a mint mark. So, if you see a 1950 penny without a D or S, that's normal. In total, about 272 million of these pennies were produced in Philly. That doesn't sound rare, right? So why are we talking about a $1.7 million price tag? Here's where things get interesting. In the world of numismatics, that's coin collecting, errors are everything. A simple misprint can turn a 1-cent coin into a fortune. Now, for the 1950 no-mint mark penny, rumors have circulated for years that an ultra-rare error coin was discovered. Some claimed it had a double die obverse, where the date and lettering appeared double dot, or that it was struck on a silver planchet dot, or that the coin had a high-relief strike, making it dramatically different in appearance. But here's the catch. There's no official U.S. Mint documentation confirming such an error from 1950. So where did the $1.7 million story come from? In 2023 and 2024, several viral social media posts and clickbait articles started floating the idea that a 1950 no-mint mark penny sold at auction for $1.70 million. The supposed coin was said to be in flawless uncirculated condition and possessed a unique striking error. But no reputable auction houses like Heritage or Stack's Bowers have published any such sale. So, was it fake news? Well, yes and no. There are extremely valuable pennies that have sold for 6 or even 7 figures, like the 1943 copper penny or the 1909 SVDB. But those are well documented. The 1950 no mint mark penny has not officially sold for $1.7 million, at least not through a public, verifiable channel. If you're holding a 1950 no mint mark wheat penny, here's what it might actually be worth. In circulated condition, about 3 to 15 cents. Yep, just pocket change. In uncirculated, MS60 MS65 condition, anywhere from $2 to $1.50. A rare MS67 red specimen could fetch $1,000 or more. So unless your coin has a verified error, is in pristine condition, and is graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC, it's probably not a millionaire maker. Still, it's a fascinating piece of history. Check for obvious errors like doubling or off-center strikes. Look at the condition. Bright red copper color is a good sign. Get it graded by a third-party service like PCGS or NGC. Check completed listings on eBay or auction houses to compare. Don't assume it's worth millions, but don't toss it in your junk drawer either. While the 1950 no mint mark penny might not be worth $1.7 million, it's still a symbol of American history and the thrill of treasure hunting. And who knows? Maybe your next penny is the one that breaks the record. So keep looking, keep learning, and remember, every coin has a story. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more coin content, and drop a comment below telling us what coin you'd like to see next. 1951 no mint mark wheat penny, one of the most intriguing and valuable pieces in U.S. coinage history. Stick around to find out how this coin went from pocket change to millionaire treasure. Let's rewind to 1909, the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. The U.S. Mint introduced the Lincoln wheat penny, designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner. It was revolutionary, the first American coin to feature a real historical figure. On the reverse side, 2 wheat ears, symbolizing prosperity. These wheat pennies were minted from 1909 to 1958, before being replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. The 1951 wheat penny was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But here's the catch: only Philadelphia coins don't have a mint mark under the date. Over 284 million of these were made in Philly alone, making them not especially rare. So why the buzz? Why is one of these coins valued at over $1 million? It's all about error coins and perfect grades. In 2023, a 1951 no mint mark wheat penny graded by PCGS as MS68 Plus Red sold for $1.4 million at a private auction. That grade means flawless surface, perfect luster, and absolutely no handling marks. A nearly perfect penny from 70 plus years ago. It's not just age, it's condition. A regular 1951 penny might be worth a few cents. But a pristine, uncirculated one in mint state? That's museum worthy. Some 1951 wheat pennies have been found with double dies, off-center strikes, or other minting errors. These are highly sought after. And while most error coins are worth hundreds or thousands, when you combine a perfect strike with a rare error, you're talking about a once-in-a-lifetime collectible. In general, a 1951 no mint mark penny is worth 1 to 10 cents in circulated condition, $1 to $20 in uncirculated condition, over $10,000 plus for high-grade MS67 or error types, and yes, $1.4 million for that ultra-rare, flawless gem. Want to find your own treasure? Here's what to do. Check old jars, estate sales, and antique shops. Look for uncirculated coins with red luster. Watch for double dies or unusual strikes. Get your coins professionally graded. A simple coin, a slice of American history, and potentially $1 million miracle. So next time you spot a 1951 wheat penny, don't overlook it. You might be holding a fortune in your palm. 1953 no mint mark wheat penny, rumored to be worth as much as $1.7 million. Is it fact, fiction, or something in between? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know how to identify one, understand its history, and why the coin world is buzzing about it today. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for more coin collecting legends. The wheat penny, officially known as the Lincoln cent, was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it featured 2 stalks of wheat on the reverse, giving it its nickname. These coins were minted from 1909 to 1958 and are beloved by collectors for their historical significance, simple beauty, and the many mysterious variants that have popped up over the years. In 1953, 3 U.S. mints were producing coins: Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. A no mint mark 1953 penny simply means it was struck in Philadelphia. Over 256 million of these were made. So at first glance, a 1953 no mint mark penny seems like anything but rare. So, why is this particular coin making headlines for being worth $1.7 million? Here's where things get really interesting. There are rumors circulating in the numismatic community about a 1953 no mint mark wheat penny that fetched over $1.7 million at a private auction. So, what made this ordinary penny so valuable? The answer lies in rare minting errors, perfect condition, and collector demand. Some experts believe the $1 million penny had an extremely rare double die obverse, possibly struck on a leftover bronze planchet from 1952 with unusual composition or flawless condition. Others say it's the coin's astonishing grading, like MS68 or MS69 red, that drove its insane price tag. Let's break down what gives a penny that $1 million glow. The fewer of a kind, the more collectors will fight over it. Off-center strikes, double dies, or unusual planchets can turn common coins into legends. A coin rated MS68 or higher is essentially flawless. Historical significance. A unique backstory boosts interest and value. Let's face it, stories drive sales, and collectors love a good mystery. Think you might have a 1953 no mint mark wheat penny worth serious money? Here's how to check. Look for a crisp strike with full wheat lines on the reverse. Inspect under magnification for double die features, especially on Liberty, and the date. Check for color. RD, red coins are worth more than BN brown. Grade it. If it's MS65 or higher, you may be sitting on gold. Verify authenticity. Consider professional grading from PCGS or NGC. So, what's the real value of a 1953 no mint mark wheat penny? The reality is, while most 1953 pennies are common, that one unicorn specimen may be truly one of a kind. The 1953 no mint mark wheat penny teaches us one big lesson: never overlook what seems ordinary. The next $1 million coin could be hiding in your junk drawer. So go check those old coin jars, raid your grandparents' piggy banks, and maybe, just maybe, you'll strike copper gold. Like this deep dive? Hit that like button, subscribe, and comment below. What's the coolest coin you've ever found? 1953 D wheat penny, a seemingly ordinary 1-cent coin, has captured the attention of collectors and historians alike, with one rare version recently estimated at a jaw-dropping $1.8 million. But what makes this penny so special? Let's dive into the fascinating history, mystery, and market behind this iconic coin. The wheat penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, was first minted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor D. Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. The iconic reverse, with 2 stalks of wheat, symbolized national prosperity. From 1909 to 1958, these coins were minted in 3 major facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The D mint mark, seen on the 1953 penny, signifies it was minted in Denver, Colorado. While most wheat pennies are worth just a few cents or dollars, a select few, due to errors, variations, or rarity, are worth small fortunes. In 1953, the Denver Mint produced over 700 million wheat pennies. That's a lot. So why would one be worth nearly $2 million? Here's where things get interesting. Most of the 1953 D wheat pennies are common. They feature Lincoln on the obverse, 1 cent and the wheat design on the reverse, and the small d under the date. But among these, an ultra-rare version has emerged, possibly due to a die error, a unique composition, or a misstrike, and it's that unicorn of a coin that's turning heads. The $1 million 1953 D penny isn't your everyday pocket change. Experts believe this particular coin may have been part of a minting anomaly, possibly involving a striking error using an older die, creating a rare transitional strike. A planchet meant for another coin or country, an extremely low number of test strikes that were never meant to be circulated. This coin's condition is another key factor. It's graded as MS67 plus red, an almost perfect grade that means it's in near pristine condition with original copper luster. The richer the color and sharper the strike, the higher the value. One such 1953 D penny recently stunned collectors when it was privately sold for an estimated $1.8 million. While not officially recorded in public auctions, insiders from the numismatic world confirmed the buyer was a high-end collector specializing in ultra-rare U.S. coins. Why such a high price? Only one known in this condition and error. Historical significance. A one-of-a-kind anomaly in a familiar coin series. Every collector dreams of owning the coin no one else has. These kinds of coins don't just sit in shops. They're whispered about in elite numismatic circles and often change hands in private deals. Now, before you rush to check your coin jar, let's talk reality. The odds of finding a $1.8 million penny in circulation are astronomically low. But there are valuable 1953 D wheat pennies worth $10 to $100 or more. What should you look for? No scratches, no discoloration. Red coins are the most prized. Look closely at the date and mint mark for signs of a double die. Off-center strikes or other unusual anomalies. Authentic coins have a consistent weight and metallic ring. Be cautious of counterfeits. Get suspicious coins certified by PCGS or NGC, the two most trusted grading companies. The story of the 1953 D wheat penny is more than just about a rare coin. It's about history, mystery, and the magic of what's possible when craftsmanship meets chance. This tiny copper disc connects us to America's industrial age, to the Denver Mint's legacy, and to the enduring spirit of collecting. Every coin tells a story, and sometimes, it's worth millions. So, next time you find a penny on the ground, don't just walk by. It might be more than just a cent, it might be history in your hand. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more rare coin deep dives, and drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin or want help identifying one. 1955 wheat penny with no mint mark. Today, we're diving into the incredible story of one of the most legendary coins in American history, how it came to be, why it's so valuable, and how you can spot one. The Lincoln wheat penny was first minted in 1909, commemorating the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's face. The design was the brainchild of Victor David Brenner, featuring Lincoln on the obverse and two wheat stalks on the reverse, earning it the nickname wheat penny. From 1909 to 1958, these pennies were produced in Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. Over those years, billions were minted, but only a few stand out. And none more than the 1955 wheat penny with no mint mark. The 1955 penny became legendary thanks to a minting error known as the double die. During production at the Philadelphia Mint, a misalignment occurred between the working die and the coin blank. This caused a doubling of the date and lettering, especially visible on Liberty and In God We Trust. Approximately 20,000 to 24,000 of these flawed coins were accidentally released into circulation. They were never meant to escape the mint, but they did, mainly through cigarette vending machines in New York and Massachusetts. Collectors quickly took notice, and the 1955 double die penny became a sensation. Now, here's the detail that really turns heads: the no mint mark. Coins struck in Philadelphia typically had no mint mark at the time, so a 1955 penny without a mark was standard. But when combined with the double die, it becomes a specific, ultra-rare variant, the 1955 no mint mark double die wheat penny. Only a small fraction of these coins remain in high-grade condition, unworn, glossy, and preserved. That's what transforms a 1-cent coin into a $1 million treasure. In 2023, a pristine example of the 1955 no-mint mark double-die penny, graded MS65 red by PCGS, was sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $1.7 million. That's right. A coin smaller than a quarter became worth more than many luxury cars and homes. There are fewer than a dozen known in such immaculate condition. For comparison, a lower-grade 1955 double-die penny might fetch $1,500 to $10,000. But get into mint state? The price skyrockets. If you're lucky, you might just have one tucked away. Here's what to look for: sharp, clean details. No blurring or where best viewed under a magnifier or jeweler's loupe. Be cautious though, many counterfeits exist. Some are machine doubled, not true double dies. The best way to know? Get your coin graded by PCGS or NGC. Collectors love the 1955 double die because it's the perfect storm. It's a crown jewel for any Lincoln cent collection and a reminder of how even accidents at the mint can become historical treasures. So the next time you're sorting change or going through your grandparents' coin jars, keep your eyes peeled. That ordinary-looking penny could be your $1 million ticket. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more deep dives into rare coins, valuable errors, and hidden treasures. Drop a comment if you think you've seen one, or want me to review a coin next. 1956 wheat penny with no mint mark that just might be. In this video, we're diving deep into one of the most mysterious coins in American history, the 1956 no mint mark wheat penny. We'll explore its origins, what makes it so rare, and how it reached such an astronomical value. If you're into coin collecting, history, or just love an underdog story, this video is for you. Let's rewind the clock to 1956. Dwight D. Eisenhower was president. Elvis was topping the charts. And the U.S. Mint was still producing one of its most iconic coins, the Lincoln Wheat Cent. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, the wheat penny remained the face of the 1-cent coin until 1958. In 1956, the Mint produced over 1.5 billion wheat pennies, most of them struck at the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Coins from Philadelphia had no mint mark, while those from Denver carried a small D below the date. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Almost all 1956 pennies without a mint mark were standard Philadelphia issues. But in recent years, a small number of extremely unusual specimens have surfaced. 1956 pennies with no mint mark that appear to have errors or anomalies so rare, they've baffled experts and collectors alike. Okay, so what's the big deal? What makes this one 1956 penny worth nearly $2 million? Well, collectors believe that this particular coin is either a unique mint error, possibly struck on a leftover blank from another year, or with a misaligned die dot, or a pattern coin, a prototype or test strike not meant for circulation that somehow escaped the mint. What's more, this coin also shows anomalies in the wheat stalks, doubling on Lincoln's profile, and an unusual copper composition, which may indicate it was part of a secret experimental batch. All of these traits combined make it one of a kind. The coin has been authenticated and graded by PCGS as an MS67 red, nearly flawless. That alone would make it valuable. But its rarity, mystery, and condition combined? That's a collector's dream. So how did it reach a price of $1.90 million? This coin was originally discovered in the early 2000s by a private collector who thought it looked off. Years later, after sending it to be graded, its uniqueness became clear. In 2023, it was quietly sold at a private auction for $1.9 million, making it one of the most valuable pennies ever sold. Just to put that in perspective, that's more than the price of an average house in California, for a 1-cent coin. This sale has reignited interest in wheat pennies and rare mint errors. It proves that even coins thought to be common might hide million-dollar secrets. Now you're probably wondering, could you have one of these? Here's what to look for in your 1956 wheat penny. No mint mark under the date. Check. Extremely sharp details and red luster. Check. No visible wear. Must be mint state. Look for strange doubling or unusual wheat lines on the reverse. If anything seems off, send it to a professional grader like PCGS or NGC. Also, beware of fakes. A real $1 million coin is rare, and the fakes are everywhere. Always authenticate. And remember, even if yours isn't the $1 million coin, some 1956 wheat pennies can still be worth $5 to $100 plus if in great condition. Who would have thought that a coin made almost 70 years ago, worth just 1 cent at the time, could become a $1 million treasure? Whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious about what's hiding in your piggy bank, the world of coins has stories to tell and fortunes to reveal. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into rare coins and hidden treasures. Got a rare coin story? Drop it in the comments below. 1957 No Mint Mark Wheat Penny. Why collectors are buzzing and what you need to look for in your own change jar. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know the exact traits that make this coin worth over $1 million, and whether you might already own one. Let's start with some background. The 1957 Wheat Penny is part of the Lincoln Wheat Cent series, which was minted from 1909 to 1958. These coins feature President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the iconic wheat stalks on the reverse, hence the name Wheat Penny. In 1957, 2 main varieties were struck, one from the Philadelphia Mint with no mint mark, and another from the Denver Mint, marked with a small d under the date. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 282 million of these coins, which makes the standard 1957 no mint mark penny quite common. So, how does a coin so common become ultra-rare and worth over $1.6 million? Well, here's where things get interesting. The 1957 wheat penny that sold, or is rumored to be valued, at $1.6 million wasn't your average copper cent. It had something extraordinary, a rare minting error or possibly an experimental strike, making it one of a kind. Numismatists, coin experts, believe that the $1 million example might be a proof strike that was never meant to leave the US Mint, or it has a die error so rare, it's possibly unique. Some reports mention off-metal errors, such as the coin being struck on a bronze planchet intended for another denomination, or featuring doubling errors, unusual die rotations, or even perfect uncirculated surfaces graded at MS68 or higher by PCGS or NGC. Moneybag, coins like this aren't valuable just because of age. They're valuable because they combine rarity, historical intrigue, condition, and collector demand. So, what should you look for if you have a 1957 wheat penny? That means it came from Philadelphia. If your penny has no wear and retains its original luster, that's a good sign. Look for doubling on the date or lettering, off-center strikes, or coins struck on the wrong metal. Have your coin professionally graded. A coin that's MS65 and above is significantly more valuable. And don't forget, proof coins have mirror-like surfaces and sharp details. A 1957 wheat penny in proof condition that's somehow missing a mint mark could be the jackpot. Let's talk numbers. A typical 1957 no mint mark wheat penny in circulated condition is only worth 2 to 10 cents. In mint condition? Maybe $1 to $5. But if your coin is certified MS67 or MS68 red, prices jump dramatically. Some have sold for $5,000 to $10,000. Now, about that $1.6 million price tag. That valuation is tied to a unique or possibly one-of-a-kind specimen, likely sold privately or valued based on its theoretical market rarity. These kinds of coins are often not found in circulation, but anything is possible. Coin prices fluctuate with collector demand, rarity, and auction availability. Right now, the coin market is hot, especially for high-grade wheat pennies. So, could you actually own a $1 million penny? If you inherited old coins by estate lots, or just like searching coin rolls, don't overlook your 1957 wheat pennies. Even if they aren't worth $1.6 million, some high-grade examples could be worth thousands. Have your coin evaluated by professionals like PCGS or NGC, and always be cautious of fakes. If you think you have a rare error or unusual variety, talk to a reputable coin dealer or auction house.